What's happening, players? TGIF, am I right?
Casual Fridays can be awkward. Shopping with Total Hockey is not. Visit us in store, find us online, or download the app. It's the easiest decision you'll ever make.
Happy hour after work, anyone?
Fitting into a pair of skinny jeans can be difficult. Shopping with Total Hockey is not. Visit us in stores, find us online, or download the app. It's the easiest decision you'll ever make.
Dude, I look so good.
No, you don't.
Totally on fleek.
I don't know what that means.
I was like, Paul, spare me the lecture. I mean, you know that Pam from processing is still mad at him?
Peter from publishing can be annoying. Shopping with Total Hockey is not. Visit us in store, find us online, or download the app. It's the easiest decision you'll ever make.
You should have seen the look on his face. It was hilarious.
Hey guys, what's so funny?
Oh, hey, Paul. Nothing?
Smooth.
Welcome all, ladies and gentlemen, to our second game of the kickoff event. Coming at you from beautiful Chicago, Illinois, the Bauer World Invite Tournament. My name is Kyle LeBoy. I'm going to be your color analyst today. My broadcast partner is Greg Watson. He'll be stepping up here shortly as the teams are getting ready to take on each other in this second game of our kickoff day from Seven Bridges, Ice Arena at Seven Bridges. This game features the Clarington Toros taking on the Chicago Mission. This is the 2004 division, so we have the 11 and 12-year-olds joining us, 10 and 11-year-olds joining us today. And without further ado, I'm going to bring in my broadcast partner, your play-by-play man, Greg Watson.
Thank you very much, Kyle. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. It's a great afternoon for hockey.
Can't disagree. It is. It's very nice here in lovely Seven Bridges, Illinois. And I gotta say, this is a wonderful way to kick off this year's Nike Bauer International Invitational. Wonderful facilities here at the home of the Chicago Mission, one of our exhibition teams this afternoon in the black and green.
All of the games this weekend or today are a USA versus Canada matchup. So while we're waiting for the kids to take the ice, Greg, tell us a little bit about the Clarington team.
So the Clarington Toros from Clarington, Ontario, just shy of 600 miles away from our current location here in Chicago, so a long trip for the boys in the white and blue jerseys, but not overwhelmingly long. They'll be starting on the far side of the ice, coming down to the near side for their attacking end. In our exhibition game here in this tournament, they are doing two halves, running clock, 26 minutes in length each, and they will be changing across the center line. So the near side goaltender would be Siska of Chicago Mission, although his bench is on the far side of the ice. In an attempt there, as you see in the NHL, it increases scoring that way, so can be heavy. But our game is underway here. Coming in, shot from the top of the circles goes wide of the net. Rattles around the near side boards, gathered up by the Toros. Bouncing around in the corner, Grady picks it up for Chicago. Skates around behind his own net and shovels it along to the top of the zone, held in by Clarington and batted back down in front. Grady again picks it up behind his own goal, tries to make a move and makes it around. Davies on the forecheck. Mission this time able to clear the zone, and it gets pushed back along. Bouncing puck comes back into the Chicago zone. Dewar gathers it up and sends it down the ice towards the goal, and it is whisked away. Chicago now in the attacking zone in the near corner. Tied up against the boards.
The Chicago team from the first game this afternoon took the victory over the Halton Hurricanes.
Play comes back into the Chicago defensive zone. Hogg with the puck, tied up in the corner now, gathered up and sent up the near side boards just with the puck. Pass across the neutral zone and carried on ahead. Collision against the boards. And several players go off for a change, but the play continues in the Chicago attacking zone, gathered up and shoveled back along into the neutral zone by the Toros. Held up just across the red line before it's backhanded in and covered up by Siska.
Lots of back and forth action going on early in this game.
It is both teams just trying to find their legs in this tournament.
Feel each other out.
So the faceoff comes to the far side circle of the Chicago zone to the right of Siska in net. Puck comes down, backhanded up to the top of the zone by the Toros, held in at the blue line but turned over. Mission coming back the other way, pushed ahead but unable to connect on the pass. And it's poked back down into the Chicago zone. Pushed back along to the far circle and held up by the Toros. Getting in, space in front, backhand shot goes wide. Held up behind the goal. Chicago comes away with the puck. It's Wilson. Skated on along, up the far boards. And he finds a teammate up ahead. Skating in behind the end line. Puck comes free towards the front of the goal, but is pushed down the ice by the Toros. Siska comes out of the net, but is waved off by Dewar. Pass near side for Phelan. And up ahead for Grady. Turned over in the neutral zone. Toros unable to make anything happen out of that as Mission regains possession. Phelan behind his own goal, trying to find somewhere to go with the puck. The forecheck, vicious for the Toros. Finally finding a way out of the zone and skated along by Mission. Chicago just dumps the puck down the ice as players come on from the bench. Toros controlling in their own zone, trying to find a way to break out on the attack. Skating around behind their own goal. Tied up still in the corner. Back and forth comes free from Mission stick. Back up to the top of the zone. Skating in. Shot blocked in front. Toros able to kick the puck ahead. Breakaway opportunity coming in down the center. But back on defense comes Chicago. Siska bats the puck around behind the net, but it still is loose in front. In some skates. Shot comes in from Tonks. Batted high and gloved down by Bell. Tonks now with the puck once again. Skating along the far side, drop pass to the top of the circles, pinching in from the point, and the shot comes into the near corner. Dubinsky for Chicago. Kicks the puck back down into the neutral zone before it finds its way to a Toros stick. Long pass across, skated in far side, shot turned away by Siska. Loose puck at the side of the goal, but Siska right there to cover it up. And stoppage of play. So 20 minutes and 53 seconds as the clock counts down here in the first half of play. Our score still tied at 0-0.
We want to thank, real quick, Total Hockey for sponsoring this game this whole day, bringing you all these streams for free on the internet. So a big shout out to Total Hockey.
Absolutely. You can find several games of this whole tournament spread out that are brought to you by Total Hockey, free of charge. But as our game continues here, the puck comes to the center. Abels pass ahead. Broken up at the blue line. Mission backs up to get back onside. Pass now to the far side as they attempt to break into the attacking zone. Held up at the half boards. Tied up there. Puck finally comes free, skated into the circles, but dispossessed. The shot comes in, but is forced away to the far side boards. Mission still controlling in the attacking end. Puck tied up against the near boards. Long shot goes in, deflected into the end boards. Tied up at that point, but it squirts free into the corner onto the skates. The stick of the Toros. Pass comes ahead, bouncing puck forced through the neutral zone, but it's taken away by Abel. Bounces the puck forward for Dubinsky, but skated on ahead. One-on-one opportunity, one man to beat for Chicago. Shots waved off the post. And a roar from the crowd as the shot narrowly avoids being buried in the back of the net. Turned back the other way by Clarington, but it's lifted up into the bench, and a whistle stops the play. So Clarington.
That shot by Mohammed. Big cling off the crossbar.
Clarington off the draw, pass ahead through the neutral zone, skating in down the near side. Shot broken up in front from Wakely, but it is played back around to another Clarington stick as it's tied up in the corner. Wakely gets it back.
Clay Matthews haircut.
Big shot from the point, deflected in front. And sent into the corner harmlessly before it finds its way up to the point. It's played up with a high stick, pending call, waved off by the official. Puck is tied up in the near corner. Assistance coming in from Wakely, trying to dig the puck out of the corner, but it comes free for Grady. Chicago coming the other way. But plenty of defense there for Clarington as Chicago opts to just go off the ice for change.
Chicago trying to get something going, as the majority of this period so far has been Toros with the possession of the puck in the Mission zone.
Mission with the puck now, though, in the attacking zone. Puck comes free to the top of the zone. And he scores. Wow.
Good shot by Dale Junkin from the point. Managed to sneak its way through the legs of everyone in front of him. Created a good screen for the goalie, and it snuck in by that near side post.
I think it was Jackson Hogg from the point, a two-way player playing defense and offense, depending on the time he was on defense that time. Just a low shot off some bodies. Found way into the back of the net, so just like that, with 17 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Chicago Mission on the board first.
Toros playing with some energy. They want to get that goal back. They've spent such a good amount of time in the Chicago zone. To give up a goal like that is a momentum switch.
Puck tied up in the neutral zone, gathered up by Dubinsky. Broken up in front, and Hogg spins around to gather up. Lost stick on the ice, but stolen away by the Toros briefly before it's poked back ahead for Junkin. Chicago with the puck in the near side. Played back up to the top of the circle, skating in. Shot deflects off a body and into the corner. Gathered back up by Mission and played back up to the top of the zone. Toros gain possession of the puck. Pass ahead. Broken up by Abel. Abel spins around and finds his way back to the top of the zone. Pass ahead to the neutral zone and pushed on ahead by Chicago. Centering try with a little bit of space, but closing in is the Toro defense. And the play is forced wide. Abel trying to tie the puck up at the blue line, keeping it alive for Chicago. Comes free down low, skated around behind the end line. Backhand pass in front, shot broken up. Abel at the point once again. Shot off a body again, rebound picked up by Abel. Pass across to the near side, long shot batted down in front. Puck rings around the boards, back up to the near side blue line where it's held in by a Mission. Toros finally able to clear the zone, but Wilson for Mission gathers it right back up. Big shot, blockered away. Mission going off for a change, giving a little bit of space for the Toros, who come in now with the 2-on-1 defense closing in from the far back. Big shot kicked away by Siska.
Good kick save there, not losing his focus on that rush.
Grady back the other way, drops it off for the winger. 3-on-2 coming in. Grady's shot off a body and wide.
Both goalies showing their skill with the pads. Two great kick saves for each goalie.
Play comes back into the Toros attacking end. Reardon gathers up the puck for Clarington, but it squirts back up top to the top of the circles, and the shot comes in and is blocked down by Dewar. Backhanded ahead for Mission, skated into the attacking end. Jack Mohammed with the puck behind the net, looking for somewhere to go with it. Drop pass into the circle. Tied up now in the near corner. Comes free into the neutral zone, now coming in, trying to get the puck first. Loose puck in front, breakaway opportunity, skating in, makes a move, but Siska holds strong into the net. And the Mission lead is still intact for the time being. Still frantic play in front of the net in the Chicago Mission defending zone. Big shot from the blue line, whistles wide and high of the net. Held up in the far corner, bouncing puck escapes the blue line and rolls down the ice. Toros lose possession in their zone turnover, looking for someone in front, pass across, bouncing puck over the stick into the near corner. Tied up now behind the end line. Chicago centering try into the circle, shot saved, rebound in front to a Chicago stick, backhanded around, but gathered back up out of the Mission. Played up top for Abel, shot blocked down in front, but it comes free forward. Dubinsky shot goes in, kicked wide. Abel on the rebound, sends it back in front, loose puck gathered up by Clarington. Toros trying to escape their zone. Back and forth attacks for both teams here. Abel wheels back around into his own end, gathers up the puck, and skates it ahead into the neutral zone. Skating right down the center, Abel still with the puck, and throws it towards the net, and it's in! So a solo play there from the defenseman, Chris Abel. Carries it from his own end, down to the other, and buries it in the net.
That takeaway in the neutral zone by Abel was the start of that play, and Clarington on a line change just couldn't get a defender in front of him to stop the advancing puck. And Abel buries it in the back of the net to give Chicago a 2-0 lead.
Center ice face-off, one back towards Chicago, gathered up by Mission and skated on ahead into the attacking end. Long shot comes in, turned away, and the puck bounces into the far corner. Long shot from the blue line, stick down in front, but it is played with a high stick, and the whistle blows. So the puck will be picked up. So Chicago has seemed to have turned on the Jets in these last few minutes.
The Chicago goal, the first Chicago goal, is what's been giving them the momentum the last few moments, the last 10 minutes of this period.
12 minutes even remaining in this first half. After being played with the high stick, the faceoff comes all the way back down into the Chicago end to the right of the goaltender Siska as the puck is tied up along the boards there. Backhanded up the boards and skated on along by Jackson Wilson. Spinning pass towards the front of the goal is broken up by Clarington. Pushing and shoving as puck possession is neutral before being backhanded down into the neutral zone. Chicago re-advances the puck into the neutral zone and plays it on ahead into the attacking end, skating across the ice. Long shot, score!
Chicago playing with just confidence. Everything they do in the last 5 minutes has been confidence-filled, and that backhanded shot tells the story of the last 6 minutes of this half.
So I think that was Louis Kamensky skating in, rocketing a shot towards the net, and buries another one. So it's 10:46 remaining in this first half of exhibition play, and our score is now 3-0 Mission on top of Clarington. Mission now with the puck, skating out of their own zone, passed on ahead for Kamensky. Makes a move and now has some space, but is unable to pull the trigger, and it's kicked away by the Clarington goaltender. Shot up the boards, but it goes off of a glove of the Mission bench. So we have a whistle as it is out of play.
Is this a friendly game? No penalties? They have penalties tested? Good technical game by these two teams. We're halfway home in the first half, and neither team has notched up a penalty yet.
Face-off is pushed back down into the Mission end. Mission retreats to gather it up. Dubinsky played back for defensive partner Abel and played forward into the neutral zone. Pan is skating ahead with it. He has just to his left, but it comes to Muhammad. Backhand try isn't there as he wheels around the back of the goal. Stolen away by Clarington, but held in the zone by Abel. Punch back down low behind the end line. Mission looking for somewhere to go, skating in as it comes up toward Dubinsky, shot blocked in front. Dubinsky gathers up his own rebound and sends it in behind the end line, gathered up along the end boards. Pan fighting for it, but it comes free and escapes Dubinsky's stick. Sliding all the way down the ice, Dubinsky chases it and leaves it off for Abel behind the end line. Contested in the Mission zone, but it is taken away by Mission. Manchesco loses possession of the puck, but it comes back for Chicago's defenseman Abel. Played back near side for Dubinsky and sent on ahead for Pan. Skated along the near side boards and tried to push towards the center, but played on too long, and Mission goes off for a change. Mission again trying to reset their attack as they skate into the attacking zone. Pass across, but the shot's not quite there, but he finds a way to throw it on net. Waiting for the signal and waved off, no goal.
That might just be what the Toros need. That good defensive stop by their goalie might be what they need to get a little bit of momentum back their direction. They need to do something.
Face-off will be in the Toro zone to the right of their goaltender. Dropped down and gathered up by Clarington. Tied up now in the corner. Still contested in the corner. Finds its way free for a Clarington Toro stick. Pass across to the nearest side. It's getting in. Shot saved by Siska. Now loose in front, pounding at it, but it squirts free to the far side boards where it's pounded along by Wilson and down into the neutral zone.
This line for the Toros is the one that's been attacking well. They just haven't had a chance to get the puck past the goalie. Siska's been doing a good job.
Mission still holding possession. Shot goes towards the goal, but the pass is broken up. 7 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this first half of play. Held up along the near side boards, comes free for Chicago.
And we got a penalty. First penalty on ice.
And the whistle sounds. So tripping is the ball. Aaron Penny, the offender. So headed to the box, 2 minutes, number 16 in white, Aaron Penny, 2 minutes for tripping. Giving us our first power play of the game as Mission has the man advantage.
They've had the momentum with them all of this first half. Let's see what happens on the power play.
Stolen away by the Toros, though. Short-handed skating in, but there's plenty of defense back for Chicago.
You know, this is why I love youth hockey. You don't get to see many short-handed opportunities in the higher levels like the AHL and the NHL, but youth hockey, they're not afraid to take the rush short-handed and put a puck on net.
Grady trying to find a way to get the puck to the center, finds Penn in front, shot goes high of the net off the glass, bounces around to the far corner where it's held in by Abel. Dropped back down low. Held in the zone still and sent back down low. Centering try goes off the back of the net. Held up behind the Toros goal, holding, and the bouncing puck finds its way back to the top of the zone.
Loose in front. Toros trying to clear it.
Chris Abel holding strong at the blue line, played back down for Penn. Back across near side for Dubinsky, holding, shot deflected high of the goal.
Good screen, couldn't find the back of the net.
Toros, with 12 seconds remaining on the penalty kill, finally get the puck down in the neutral zone. But stolen right back, just coming in. Loose puck in front, sent wide of the goal. Gathered back up by just behind the net. Holding and looking and spinning around along the far side. Makes a move, shot goes wide. Back down low behind the end line. Power play has expired, both teams now with 5 skaters. Centering try broken up by the Toros and is skated along and played in the neutral zone and ahead. Hogg for Chicago takes the puck away and sends it ahead into the attacking end. Skating in, shot goes off the iron and ricochets back towards a Mission stick. Gathered up by Chicago and played back up to the blue line. Back near side, long shot goes off a Toros defender behind the end line.
Toros back to even strength, looking to clear the puck out of their zone.
Held up on the near boards before coming free for Chicago once more. Pass across towards the blue line, skated in, long shot, loose in front, bouncing, and in the net. Another goal for Chicago Mission. The initial shot came in high, I believe, from Zach Frenzel, but the bouncing puck in front went off several bodies before finding its way into the back of the net. Bringing our score with 3 minutes left in this first half to Chicago 4, Clarington 0. Puck comes down center ice. Clarington's backhanded along by Clarington.
Clarington's got to get something going if they want to get back in this game. 4-0 with 2 minutes left, 2 and some change left in the half. They have simply been outskated so far.
Chicago plays the puck back along to the far side. Dumped in behind the end line before finding his way to the top of the circles. Long shot batted down. And still on a Chicago stick. Wheeling around before the puck is dispossessed, and Clarington sends the puck around the boards but not out. Tied up in the corner. Digging for it, both teams. Finally squirts free for Mission. Grady skating in, but poked away by the Toros defense. Unable to clear the zone though. Comes back down for Grady and back up before being poked free into the neutral zone. Phelan gathers it back up and sends it down low. Several Chicago players going off for a change, giving Clarington the opportunity to send the puck down the ice and make a change of their own. Icing waved off by the officials. Siska sets the puck up on a tee for his defender. Ford with a steal on the forecheck, but the puck bounces up high. Tied up now in the corner. Ford trying to get it back, but it comes back for just of Chicago. Played on forward. And back behind the Clarington goal. Minute and 15 seconds remaining in this first half.
You have to hop
Abel holds the puck into the blue line, played back to the half boards. Dubinsky's long shot goes off a body into the near corner. Toros gained possession, skated on ahead into the neutral zone, and is passed along near side, skating in. Wakely loses an edge, and Abel comes away with the puck. Back the other way, he's already gone coast to coast once this game. Looking to do it all on his own again, but he leaves the pass off for Just, skating in, loose puck in front, shot goes wide of the net. 36 seconds remaining in this first half. Chicago continuing to keep the pressure on strong in the attacking zone. Wheeling around in the corner, centering try into the circles, broken up by the Toros. But Mission maintaining possession late in this period. Puck goes back down behind the end line. Held up in the circles. Chicago trying to put something together here at the end of the period. Wheeling around, but knocked down. 2 seconds left, 1 second left, and the horn sound, and that brings the first half to a close. So after one half of play, here in Seven Bridges, Illinois, our score is Chicago Mission 4, Clarington Toro 0.
They cut us off because they played.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Those got to get done.
Right?
Hey guys, what's so funny?
Yay, advertisements.
So they cut us off hard at the end of the period? Yeah. Is that going to be
I have no idea.
typical? All right.
That's the producer.
Is it going to be a hard cutoff at the end of the period?
Casual Friday is going to be off days, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's fine.
They don't have ice cuts, so we don't have enough
Visit us in store, find us online.
Power through 2 quick ads, yeah, for sure.
The easiest decision you'll ever make.
Happy hour after work, anyone?
And we're back. Only had a minute timeout as the goalies switch sides. And they chat about things with their teams. Clarington has to get something going in this second half. We got 26 more minutes left of play. They've been outskated the whole time by the Chicago Mission.
And a goaltending change here. In the second half, we have for the Clarington Toros now in goal, Aiden Leger. And this was a planned change. This has nothing to do with the performance of Michael Thibault. I was talking to the coach prior to the game, and this was the plan all along to make a switch at halftime, given that this is an exhibition game.
Yeah, these mean nothing to the tournament as far as the standings or anything that goes on. Just a couple teams having a lot like a friendly match in soccer.
And chaos in front of the net as Leger goes down, saves the puck sprawling on the ice in a miraculous showing on his first save of the afternoon. Aiden Leger.
I'm going to give some love to number 5, Vassos, stretching out behind his goalie, making sure that nothing gets by his new goalie into the back of the net and keeping that 4-goal deficit.
So the faceoff comes back down, and it's tied up along the far boards, gathered up by Grady. But stolen away by the Toros, played near side. Littlejohn plays it ahead for Davies, where it's stolen away by Mission. Sent back down into the Toro zone. Littlejohn with the puck. Fans on the clearing attempt, stolen away by Chicago. But the defense closes back in and prevents the odd man rush from occurring. Davies now with the puck skating along, unable to hold possession through the neutral zone, and it's tied up at the center line. Pass across near side, just out of the reach of Abel. But he gathers the puck up off the boards. Long shot goes in and held by Leger.
Chicago still very much on the attack.
So the faceoff will be to the goaltenders left on the near side circle. Markov gathers it around and skates behind his own goal. Vicious forecheck from Chicago, pokes the puck free along the near side, but it squirts past Abel, and Wakely able to clear it out of the zone. Backhanded along, where it's taken away by the Toros down the far side. Long shot, glove down, but not held by Siska. Abel gathers the puck back up far side, backhanded along for Pam. Comes back down. We have some debris on the ice. I am unsure what piece of equipment that is, but it is batted into the corner, so it should hopefully be a non-issue. The puck comes back
that looks
around
like
far
a
side.
sock. I know that's not very possible, but just from this angle, it looks like a sock.
I would agree with that as Wakely comes down into the attacking end for the Toros, but is upended before he can get a shot off. Delayed penalty, the whistle blows, and hooking is the call. So our second penalty of the game, the sock is removed from the ice. Alleged sock, I should say. Penalty called on Chicago. Number 5, Zach Frenzel, 2 minutes for hooking.
Let's see if that was a good penalty. He saved a goal there as the Clarington Toros had everyone beat.
But the Toros now with their first man advantage of the game. Face off in their attacking end, goes around the end boards, but is held in as it comes across the far side. Phelan plays the puck back, but is stolen away by the Toros, Played up to the point, and pushed down. Chicago able to clear the puck down the ice. It's tipped along by Clarington, but it's played with a high stick, so there's another whistle. Faceoff will come all the way down into the Toro zone to the right of Leger. One minute and 15 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Clarington, 22-16. Left in the second half, and yes, that is a goofy timestamp. 26-minute running clock halves in these exhibition games.
I see Littlejohn out on the ice. Is Robin Hood here too, or?
Not that I've seen. But another whistle as it's played once more with a high stick. This time the offending team is in black and green. So the puck comes all the way down into the Chicago zone. And an unfortunate thing about the running clock, it means a running penalty clock as well, so time running out on the man advantage for Clarington. 33 seconds remain as time ticks away as we wait for the faceoff to get set. Puck comes down to the right of Siska. Gathered up, long shot comes in, tipped in front, but turned away.
Good redirect try. This is what Clarington needed.
Played back up to the top of the zone, shot fanned on, and stolen away. Pan coming back the other way for Chicago. Played off the boards and batted along by trailing Abel. Wakely back the other way for Clarington, skating down the far side, near side boards.
There's even strength.
Long shot goes off the mark. Wakely with the rebound shot. Siska save, batted down the ice, rolling puck. Finds its way beyond the end line. And as you said, even strength means an icing whistle. So 20 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the second half of play. Our score remains Chicago Mission 4, Clarington Toros 0.
But playing with a lot more aggression this second half, Clarington will put a puck into the net. And I'll make a bold prediction now. The next goal in this game will be Clarington's.
Clarington chasing the puck down in their own zone. Played along the end board for Vasos. Up the boards for Tonks. And into the neutral zone. Cut off by Chicago and a whistle. Brings play to a standstill.
Chicago got caught off sides. That puck squirted across the blue line and they didn't tag up.
So that'll bring up a neutral zone face-off just on the Clarington side of the red line. Near side comes down along the boards, back for Littlejohn. Pass ahead. Stolen away in the neutral zone by Chicago. Skating in near side, Mission. Wheeling around, dropped for Wilson, but it's contested by Littlejohn. Wilson comes away with it, however. Pass back up towards the top of the circles. Hogg holds the zone, back down for Wilson. Skating near side, looking. Plays it back down behind the goal. Cutting towards the front of the goal. The shot goes wide of the net. Gathered back up by Anchico. Dispossessed by Littlejohn. Still tied up behind the Clarington end line. Bouncing puck towards the top of the zone. Settled down and sent along. Stolen back away by the Toros, however. Leonard turns the puck over the blue line. Skating in 2-on-2 for Mission, but poked away by Littlejohn, breaking up the threatening play.
Good defense there.
Davies tries and succeeds in getting the puck out of his defensive end. Skating along now with an opportunity, 1-on-0. Defense coming in from the side. Pass across just off the mark and too wide for his helping hand along the far side. Gathered back up by Chicago and skated along into three defenders, where it's held up and forced across to the near side. Played back forward into the neutral zone. Forward unable to hold possession. Chicago pushes it back the other way. Markov spins and plays it ahead for Ford. Played off the boards where it's gathered up by Wakely. Makes a man miss and makes a nice pass ahead. Skating down far side. Long shot. Siska blocker save. And it's forced down into the far corner. Gathered up by Chicago in their own defensive end. Bouncing puck. Played far side. Pan gathers it up and clears the zone. Gathered back up, skating in with some speed, far side. Owen just goes down to the ice before dropping it along behind the end line. Centering try off of the stick of Markov and gathered up by the Toros.
We got to count on
Contested still on the far boards, gathered up by Mission. Shot goes off the glove of Leger. Played back near side, Phelan. Just with the puck. Centering try, shot by Pan, off the mark. Up to the top of the zone, stolen away by the Toros and cleared down the ice. Race for the puck, forward after it. I don't think he will get there in time. And that's the case. It crosses the end line, whistle blows, icing called. Back 200 feet the other way.
Clarington playing with a lot of aggression, but still having trouble clearing it out of their own zone. Chicago doing a good job keeping the time of possession in their favor.
Absolutely. As the draw to be set to the right of goaltender Aiden Leger. Brady on the draw for Chicago, but it comes free for the Toros. Kicked along and forced ahead. Strong play into the attacking end, but it is poked away by the Mission defense. Still tied up in the mission zone, but gathered up by Chicago.
Here comes Chicago on the attack. Up ice, across the blue line. Good defense by Clarington.
Batted up the boards, but not out. Held in the zone by Mission. Punched back around behind the end line. And skated along momentarily by Strong. Passed on along for a teammate as the dump-in opportunity is off a Mission skate. Stolen away by Chicago. Skating down the far side, but there are 3 defenders back as one attacker comes in. It's Grady. Holding up before entering the attacking zone, waiting for help. Skating in. Long shot goes wide. Held up in the corner now.
Chicago doing their best to prove me wrong. My prediction that Clarington scores the next goal. But Clarington holding very solid in their defensive zone.
Played back along the end boards, around past Vasos for Bell. Bell still fighting for the puck along the near boards, finds its way free, and Bell punches it along into the neutral zone momentarily before Mission turns it back the other way. Tied up still at the near side boards, Abel pounding at it for Chicago. Still tied up. And finally Reardon comes in, gets it free momentarily. Leonard now in the fray. Vasos hanging back for support, but it comes free towards the center, skating in before it's poked away by Strong on defense. Backhanded up to the top of the zone for Abel. Back down for Wilson. Played to the bottom of the circles. Back up for Abel. And again for Wilson. Assaulted by Leonard on defense as he gets it out to the neutral zone, but it squirts back into the Toros zone, but offsides, and the whistle stops play. So 14 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the second half. Chicago Mission still holding the same 4-0 lead that they had at the tail end of the first half. Face off in the neutral zone, comes down, still tied up before it finds its way back for Dewar. Dumped back along the far side and around the end boards, where Little John gathers it up for the Toros. Pass forward towards the circles. Wakely is dispossessed as he crossed the blue line. Chicago having to clear the zone to stay on sides, but regains possession as they dump the puck through the near side circle. Turned over for Pan behind the end line, trying to cut towards the front of the net, but is poked away by Little John. Played up and out of the zone, and the Mission retreats. Stolen away, Wakely with support, but it's poked away by Chicago. Coming back the other way now with some speed, near side, 2-on-3. Trying to find spaces, just shot goes in, saved by the goaltender, and is kicked wide. Little John gathers it up to keep it out of danger, but Mission still with control. Just spinning around on the ice, centering try, broken up. Comes free and skated ahead across the blue line, backhanded forward. Pan steals it back. Sent back along, but tired legs go off for a change. Carwell with the puck near side now for the Toros in the defensive zone. Poked forward, but stolen back away by Grady. Centering try with some space coming in. Shot broken up. Still fighting for it is Kaminsky. But it comes free for the Toros as it gets out of the zone, and the Mission backs up. Toros now coming on the attack far side. Shot blocked in front. Long pass ahead for Grady. Coming along the near side. Spin move as he makes some space, trying to find a lane, but poked away by several defensemen. Markov with the last touch, blocks a shot in front as well. And now back the other way, 2-on-2. Bell, near side for the Toros.
Grady doing a good job taking that puck into the zone by himself, letting his team get a much-needed change.
Fresh legs for the Toros, also off a change with 12 minutes and 1 second remaining in the second half. Puck tied up in the near side corner of the Toro attacking end. Squirts free to the top for Markov. Sent back in down low. Squirts free along the end boards where it's gathered up by Chicago. Holding it still, Mission coming down far side, trying to cut towards the front but loses the puck. More black and green in front to gather it up now with some space ridden down to the ice. Gaping net in front, sprawling players all over the crease and beyond. Whistle blows as the officials lose track of the puck. And strong play in and around the crease by Aiden Leger. As he covers up the puck long enough to get the whistle, and 11-11 and counting left in this second half. Brings our face-off to the near side, to the left of the goaltender Leger. Chicago plays the puck back down low. Matuziak spinning around. Back down low for Pan. Vassos winds up with the puck for the Toros, but it's stolen away by Just.
Good reversing the puck by Just.
Pass up top for Dewar, and across to the far side, back for Dewar. Shot bouncing in, Pan with an opportunity, but it skips behind the heel of his stick. Back up, big shot, winding off the end boards, Just back around, gathering up the rebound. Force back up for Dewar. Down low again for Just, past him, where it finds the stick of Pan. Held up, and Leonard overskates it, Just pinching in for Chicago, spinning around. Now Matuziak, long shot from Dewar. Gathered up behind the end line by Just. And played back across far side in the circle shot. Trickles through the pads of Aiden Leger.
Well, as I said it before, Chicago doing their best to prove me wrong, and they are the next ones to put the biscuit in the basket.
Now it's Jack Phelan with the long shot that trickles through the pillows of Leger, bringing our score now to 5-0 in Chicago's favor. 9:37 remaining in this second half. Puck comes down from center ice, played along by Mission Forward. Players tangled up at the blue line, no call as they hit the ice. But as I say that, an unrelated call comes in as a high stick is seen. So head to the box.
The ref's hesitant to call middle of the road calls like that, especially here in an exhibition game where the teams are just having some fun. Probably had a reason to make the call the trip.
Now I was mistaken. I thought by Grady's reaction that he thought he had been called for a high sticking penalty, just played with a high stick. So the faceoff comes down into the Mission zone where it's gathered up. Chicago play it on ahead into the neutral zone and off the far side boards. Back behind the end line where Littlejohn spins around and sends the puck the other way. Toros played ahead into the neutral zone and beyond. Strong skating along. Cutting towards the front, but the play is broken up by Chicago. Tied up now in the corner. Still tied against the boards, fighting for it as it squeezes its way down behind the end line and is played around to the far side boards. Comes free momentarily for the Toros as it's batted down towards the goal. Siska trying to cover as he dives towards the puck. And he corrals it with his stick and he gets the whistle. So both teams going off for a change as the face will be set to Lukaska's left side. 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this second half. Puck comes down, played up to the blue line for the Toros. Shot goes in and rattles through bodies into the end boards. Held up in the corner before it finds its way up the boards for a Chicago stick. Skated on ahead into the neutral zone. Still on the attack, Chicago near side. Shot comes in, stick tie into the glass by Leger. Still loose behind the end line, comes to a Toro stick, backhanded along, back behind the end line, talks with the puck, pushes it ahead, and leaves it off. For the winger, stolen away by Chicago, but broken up in a collision along the boards and a whistle.
Just take a moment to let you folks know that if you're streaming this game, thanks to Total Hockey, you're watching it free on their YouTube channel. But if you're here in Chicago, if you're close, please come down to Seven Bridges Ice Arena. The kickoff of the Bauer World Invitational is going on today, and the tournament's going on all weekend. Just a few moments ago, we had the Hanson brothers, the trio of players from the NHL. They're here signing autographs. We'll have Chris Chelios later today, Jeremy Roenick, And Bauer doing a great job welcoming in all of us and all of these teams for this wonderful tournament. And Goldmaster 28 is going to be there bringing you every game of the tournament. So make sure you get all of your streaming action at gm28.com.
So the cause of that last whistle and face-off was a penalty called on number 16 in white, Aaron Penny of the Toros. 2 minutes for checking. So 6 minutes remaining in this second half. 1 minute 16 left on the man advantage for Mission as Just comes in and the shot goes wide and bounces off the shelf of the boards before finding its way across to the far side. Gathered back up, skating in is Pan, backhand try across, Matuziak unable to pull the trigger, and the Toros gather up the puck strong, sends it down the ice. Siska out of his goal to play it. Plays it forward for Just, who wheels around. Played forward to the near side, skating in. Strong play on defense as it's turned over, and Cardwell sends the puck back the other way. Cut off in the neutral zone by Hogg, sent forward for Chicago, skating near side. Little John getting in the lanes. Mohammed carries the puck down behind the end line for the Mission. Back up top for Hogg, already has a goal in this game. Bouncing puck in front of his shot. Turned away by Leger. But Mission still with the puck with space. Pass across. Kaminsky unable to get to the puck. Back up top for Hogg. Kaminsky in the circle. Back to the blue line, Hogg. And again, Kaminsky near side. 3 seconds left on the man advantage. Kaminsky skating in. Pass across. Finds its way off the boards. Even strength now as the man comes out of the box. Back behind the net for Grady. Makes a man miss. Trying to find somewhere to go with the puck. Mohammed coming in on support. Kaminsky down low as well, but it comes free for the Toros and it's sent down the ice. Down the far boards. And Chicago wheels around to gather the puck up behind their own goal. Contested behind the net. Toros come away with it. Centering try, pounded in front. Still loose behind the end line. Bounces back up top towards the blue line. Toros hold it in the zone. Pass broken up. Chicago with numbers, with speed. Pass ahead. Makes the last man miss, but poking it away. Strong play on defense from Jesse Markov. Getting back and breaking up the play before the odd man rush had a real chance to develop, but Chicago maintains possession now in the neutral zone, skating on ahead, trying to set up the attack. But Penny now closes it in and forces the play again to the outside. Mission holding the zone, still pass off the end boards, broken up by Markov. Off the far boards, and it finds its way out into the neutral zone. Skated in near side. Wilson pass down low, holding shot broken up by Leger, and a wonderful save as it goes post to post. And the Toros coming back the other way, trying to set up a late attack here to get on the boards, but it's broken up once more by Chicago. Penny on defense loses track of the puck, but he has help from forward as he skates it along. Stolen away at the blue line, Just with the puck. Skating in, but poked away before he can get the shot. Trailer comes in, shot blocked in front. Players on the ice. Matuziak comes away with the puck, plays it up top to the blue line. Holding Chicago, makes one man miss his feeling. Backhands it down low for Just. And forced in front for Matuziak. Bouncing puck once more. Just gathers it up, settles it down, and skates around. Puck played down to the bottom of the far circle. Cutting towards the goal is Pan, but is forced down behind the end line. 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in this second half. Tonks plays the puck ahead. Bell unable to get around the defenseman at the blue line. So the puck wobbles down the ice into the corner. No icing on the play. But Chicago gets there first. Coming back the other way is Mission. Dewar skating it along, but turns it over. Bell passed ahead. Nathan Leonard skating in. Far side boards, but poked away by the Mission defense. Toros still with possession in the attacking end as he player hits the ice, and the puck comes free.
Toros
Chicago
haven't given up.
with possession now. Chicago, Kaminsky. Pass across the blue line for Grady. Back across into the near circle for Kaminsky. Approaching the final minute of play, Kaminsky passes across. And it's played back down low for Mohammed. 1 minute remaining in this second half of play. Toros force the puck up the boards and out of the zone. But Zach Frenzel forces the play up and into the bench in the neutral zone. Running clock still in effect, as it will be throughout all of our exhibition games this afternoon. So 37, 36, 35 seconds remaining in this second half. As
Toros have one
down.
rush left in them.
Mission coming in. It's Wilson skating down the center. Shot goes wide of Leger off the boards. Gathered back up by Chicago, but it's taken away by the Toros.
Here come the Toros on the attack.
Pass ahead for Ford is too long. Abel wheels back around. 14, 13, 12 remaining. Forced back up the boards into the neutral zone by Chicago. Played on forwards, and it looks like our game will come to an end with our final score
There's the horn!
as Chicago Mission defeats the Clarington Toros by a score of 5-0.
So I have to cut you guys cold.
Immediately at the horn.
Total Hockey.
Just because we have to run the ad.
Visit us in stores, find us online, or download the app. It's the easiest decision you'll ever make.
Dude, I look so good.
No, you don't.
Totally on fleek.
That has its own audio, so it takes over.